programming is also made possible through Channel 39 subscribing memberships. Foundation. The foundation is supported by donations from Air Products and Chemicals Incorporated as a charitable organization whose contributions provide support for educational, cultural, health, and community programs in the Lehigh Valley. The key to success is education, and Shoemaker Cusco SAT Review, a leader in test preparation, helps open the doors to the future. Shoemaker Cusco SAT Review is proud to support Scholastic Scrimmage. The series is also made possible by Channel 39 School Services participating districts.
WLVT-TV presents Scholastic Scrimmage, a weekly program featuring teams from Lehigh Valley High Schools in a contest of quick recall. Tonight's teams are from Lehighton High School and Salisbury High School. Your host for Scholastic Scrimmage is Harry Price.
Good evening and welcome to Scholastic Scrimmage. We'll meet the teams and the coaches and we'll begin the contest. From Lehighton High School, they're all seniors: Angela Harleman, Stephen Surface. The captain is John Steele, Michael Berry, and we have two coaches: Wilson Rary, teacher of mathematics, and Patricia Lunt, teacher of Spanish. From Salisbury High School, Griffith Dudding, a junior. The captain, Brad Mann, is a senior. Mark One Sidler, a junior. Naresh Cannon, a sophomore. And the coach is Dala Yanolko, teacher of art. Channel 39 is pleased to announce that at the conclusion of the series, after the championship contest in June, the Air Products Foundation will present a $1,500 scholarship award to the championship high school and a $750 award to the runner-up high school in the name of their Scholastic Scrimmage teams. Remember, the answers to the questions on Scholastic Scrimmage require rapid recall of factual information and are not necessarily indicative of academic training. The rules for the contest are as follows. On toss-up questions, you'll be given 10 points for each correct answer, and 10 points will be deducted for an incorrect response. If you answer incorrectly, then the opposing team will have an opportunity to answer a question without penalty. They'll receive 5 points for a correct answer in this situation. Team members may confer only on the bonus questions, and the answers to these questions should be given to me by the two team captains. A buzzer will signal the end of the contest. If it sounds while a question is being asked, the game stops. If the buzzer goes off while you're answering, however, you will be permitted to complete your answer, but no bonus questions will be. Any questions? If none, we'll begin with our first toss-up, and it's a multiple choice toss-up. We're preparing for a 10-point bonus. Here's your toss-up. For 10 points, which is not a landmass bordered by water? Isthmus, peninsula, Gulf, or Cape? Lehighton's John.
Isthmus.
Incorrect. Over to Salisbury. Griffith.
Gulf.
Gulf. It's a body of water. The other three are land masses bordered by water. Here's your bonus. A 10-pointer. You got 5 on the rebound, Brad. For 5 points apiece, what two signers of the Declaration of Independence became U.S. presidents? Brad?
Jefferson and Madison.
I'll accept Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was president of the U.S. and did sign the Declaration of Independence. Madison, no. It was John Adams, the other. So you got 5 points out of a possible 10. Toss up. A famous long poem about a winter experience in New England is called Snowbound. Who wrote it? Lehighton, John.
Robert Frost.
Incorrect. Over to Salisbury. Naresh?
Longfellow?
No, it's John Greenleaf Whittier, American poet. Snowbound. Another toss-up. Going for a 10-point bonus. Name the narrow passage in the carburetor of an internal combustion engine beginning with the letter V as in victory. Lehighton, John.
Venturi.
Correct this time. Which causes an increase in the velocity and a decrease in the pressure of the air going through it. It is Venturi. Here's your bonus, John. For you and the team, you may confer, you give me the answers. I'll describe 2 biological terms. For 5 points each, I want you to identify the terms. First one, a food-storing organ. In the alimentary canal in earthworms, birds, and some other animals. John.
Gullet.
Incorrect. It's crop. Second one, a red blood cell. John?
Monocyte.
No, it's erythrocyte. We'll go on to another toss-up. This time we're looking at a 10-point bonus. It's on the monitor. For 10 points, name the property of addition. Salisbury, Griffith.
Commutative.
You are correct. Commutative property of addition. That was represented by that statement, A plus B is equal to B plus A. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer, Brad. It's a mathematical bonus question. I want you to consider a straight line which has a y-intercept of 6 and an x-intercept of 2. If the equation of the line is written as y equals ax plus b, give me the correct values of a and b. Each correct answer is worth 5 points. Brad, give me the value of A.
-3.
The value of B?
6.
Correct on both counts. You got your 10. Toss-up going for another 10-pointer. The Iran-Iraq War has dragged on for more than 8 years. For 10 points, give me the first and last names of the man who has been president of Iraq. It's Lehighton John.
Saddam Hussein.
Correct. He has been president of Iraq throughout the war, and that was the end of the question. And you did get both names, and both were required. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer, John. One of 3 regions occupied by Israel since the 1967 war is known as the Golan Heights. For 5 points each, name the other 2 occupied territories. John.
The Gaza Strip and the West Bank.
Correct. You've got your 10. Again, we're looking at a 10-point bonus. Your toss-up. What's the function of the last word in the following sentence? Mary read her sister a story. Salisbury, Griffith.
Direct object.
Correct. Bonus 10-pointer for you, your team, Brad. Who, in his dictionary, called a lexicographer a harmless drudge? Brad?
Webster.
No, Samuel Johnson, a writer of dictionaries, and he was an English poet, essayist, and lexicographer. Here's your toss-up. It's an art visual, going for a 10-point bonus. He was one of the greatest of the painters who adopted the Baroque style. His works included Crucifixion of St. Peter, Sinners Saved by Penitence, and being shown on your monitor, Triumph of the Sacrament. He operated a studio where he employed many assistants, of whom Anthony van Dyck was the most famous. For 10 points, I want you to name this Flemish artist of the early 17th century. It's Peter Paul Rubens. Peter Paul Rubens. Toss up. Pressure times volume is equal to a constant. When temperature remains unchanged, how will the doubling of pressure alter the volume? Salisbury, Naresh.
The volume will divide in half.
You are correct. Reduce the volume to 1/2 its original value. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer. I'm going to read the chemical formulas, Brad, for 2 important chemical compounds. For 5 points each, you give me the names by which chemists most frequently refer to these compounds. The first one, CCl4. Brad?
Carbon tetrachloride.
Correct. C6H6. Brad?
Hexane.
No, it's benzene. 5 out of 10 you got. Here's your toss-up, going for a 10-pointer. For 10 points, what federal body has the legal responsibility for conducting elections among employees to determine which, if any, union they favor as their bargaining agent? Lehighton, John.
National Labor Relations Board.
Correct, John. Bonus 10-pointer for you and the team, John. It's a 2-part bonus question on the state of Kansas. Listen carefully. I'd like you to place Kansas in the top third, middle third, or bottom third among the 50 states with respect to first, land area, and second, total population. You receive 5 points for each correct answer. John, give me the land area.
Middle third.
and it's in the top third. It ranks 14th, as a matter of fact. How about population?
Middle third.
You are correct. It is the middle third. It ranks about 32nd. When I say about 32nd, I think it was on the last census. You got 5 out of 10 points. Going for another 10-point bonus toss-up, multiple choice. Give the definition from the following of prudence, the word prudence, P-R-U-D-E-N-C-E. Does it mean high-mindedness, excessive primness, lewdness, or Salisbury, Griffith?
D.
D, the next one. Sound judgment, it does mean. Careful foresight. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer, Brad, for you and the team. The theater of the absurd is a field of drama which can best be described by which one of the following? Is it abstract, logical, non-existent, or outdated? Brad?
Abstract.
Correct. Going for a 10-point bonus. Again, another multiple choice. Which of the following lie closest to the Panama Canal? Would it be the Samoan Islands, the Hawaiian Islands, the Aleutian Islands, or the Virgin Islands? Lehighton, Angela.
The Virgin Islands.
Correct. It's only about 1,000 miles, I think, air miles away. The others are all 4,000 to 6,000 away. Bonus 10-pointer for you and the team, John. His powerful and angry books include Go Tell It on the Mountain and The Fire Next Time. For 10 points, name this black American expatriate who died at his home in France in December 1987 at the age of 63. First and last names, please. John?
No response.
It would be James Baldwin. Toss-up. According to Carl Sandburg, what comes on Lehighton, John?
Fog.
Correct. What comes on little cat feet? And it's from his poem, Fog. Here's your bonus, 10-pointer. The subject, John, is philosophy. For 5 points each, tell me who wrote these two influential works. The first work, The Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy. John?
Leibniz.
No, it's Sir Isaac Newton. Second, The Republic.
Plato.
John?
Plato.
Correct, the Greek philosopher. 5 out of 10 on that one. Going for a 10-point bonus. Here's your toss-up multiple choice. For 10 points and from the following, how many more active hydrogen ions are in a pH 6 solution than in a pH 8 solution? Would it be 10 times? 100? Salisbury, Brad.
100.
100 times is correct, the second one. Bonus 10-pointer, Brad. What name is applied to a group of cells having similar structure and function? Brad?
Tissue.
Correct. On the monitor, what is the value of that expression? That's 9 minus 3. Salisbury, Griffith.
8.
8 is incorrect. Over to Lehighton. John.
0.
0 is correct. Here's your bonus. You got 5 on the rebound, John. It's a mathematical bonus question. If the legs of a right triangle are 2 meters and 3 meters in length, tell me first the length of the hypotenuse in meters. John?
Square root of 13.
Correct. The area of the triangle in square meters. John?
3.
Correct. Going for a 15-pointer. Toss-up. In the southern U.S., southern United States, the Appalachian Trail is the borderline between what two states? Salisbury, Griffith.
Tennessee and North Carolina.
Correct, Griff. 15-point bonus. You're going to get 15 points if you can identify the state on the first clue, 10 points on the second, and 5 if it takes you all 3 clues. You may answer after each clue, of course. First one. It was the home state of Chester Alan Arthur. Brad?
New York.
Incorrect. From 1777 until 1791, the state was an independent republic. Brad?
Rhode Island.
Incorrect. We'll go to the last one. The most prominent feature in this state are the Green Mountains. Brad?
Vermont.
Correct. You've got 5 points on the bonus. Going for a 10-pointer. The setting of Shakespeare's Macbeth was in what country? Lehighton, John.
Scotland.
In the early 1000s, correct. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer. This 20th century poet was born in Idaho, but he spent much of his life in Europe. He edited T.S. Eliot's famous poem, The Wasteland, and he devoted most of his working life, or much of his working life, to a gigantic poem called The Cantos. For 10 points, who was he? John?
Dylan Thomas.
No, it's Ezra Pound. Here's your toss-up. Give me the standard term, beginning with the letter D, as in dog, for the separation of small solute particles from colloid particles by means of a semi-permeable membrane. Lehighton, Michael.
Diffusion.
Incorrect. Brad?
Differentiation.
It's not differentiation, it's dialysis. Another toss-up. Each face of a tetrahedron is to be painted. For 10 points, if no two adjacent faces are to be painted with the same color, how many different colors are needed? Salisbury, Brad.
4.
Correct. There are 4 faces. Each has to be a different color. This is a bonus. It's going to be on the monitor, and it is in mathematics. If f of x is equal to x squared minus 3, and g of x is equal to 3x minus 5, what is g of f of x? Brad? Quickly.
3x squared minus 14.
Correct. Toss-up, going for a 10-pointer. Give me the first name of the First Lady of the Soviet Union. Lehighton, John.
Raisa.
Correct. Raisa Gorbachev. Here's your bonus, 10-pointer, John. Name the nation plagued by civil war between the Sinhalese majority and Tamil separatists, among whom the most... John?
Sri Lanka.
You are correct. Among whom the most militant are the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam. Going for a toss-up, looking at a 10-point bonus. Give me the French phrase that means justification or reason for being. Salisbury, Mark.
Raison d'être.
Correct. Here's your bonus, 10-pointer. In the footnotes of the Arabian Nights, Brad and team, reference is often made to dates as being so many years after the flight. For 10 points, what is meant by the flight? Brad.
The flight of Muhammad.
We'll accept that. It was the flight of Muhammad from Mecca to Medina to escape persecution. It's also known as the Hijra or the Hijra. Here's your toss-up. So listen to the toss-up, and I want you to listen to the excerpt. We just heard an excerpted portion of the Danse Bohème from the opera Carmen, which was first produced in 1875. From the following, was the composer Bizet? Lehighton, Angela.
Bizet.
Georges Bizet, French composer, composed Carmen. Here's your bonus, 10-pointer, John. I want you to name the world-famous pianist whose 1986 concert tour of the Soviet Union marked his first trip there since leaving...
Vladimir
John?
Horowitz.
You are correct, since leaving his native Russia as a young man in 1925. And it is Horowitz. Here's your toss-up, going for a 10-pointer. Name the specific body of water that lies between Australia and the Solomon Islands. A great naval battle between the U.S. and Japan was fought there in World War II. It's Salisbury, Naresh.
Coral Sea.
Correct. Bonus 10-pointer, Brad. Name the countries ruled by the following 2 leaders. First one, President Jose Sarney. No response. It would be Brazil. President Wojciech Jaruzelski. Brad.
Poland.
Correct. You've got 5. Toss-up, going for a 10-pointer. That's to test your vocabulary. For 10 points, give me the plural noun, starting with the letter P and taken from the Italian, that's used to refer to the aggressive photographers and reporters who pursue It's Lehighton. Angela.
Paparazzi.
Correct. Paparazzi. They pursue celebrities wherever they go. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer, John. What is the grammatical classification of the word there, T-H-E-R-E, in the sentence that follows? There are strange things done in the midnight sun. John?
Subject.
No, it's an expletive. It indicates that a subject will follow the verb. Expletive. Toss-up, going for a 10-pointer. For what is the egg tooth of a reptile used? Lehighton. John.
To break out of the shell.
Exactly right, at hatching. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer. The acronym LIPS, LIPS, can be used as a measure of a computer's speed for 10 points. Give me the exact 4 words that the acronym LIPS, L-I-P-S, represents.
No response.
John, no response. Logical inferences per second. Toss-up, going for a 10-pointer. What is the largest integer, we're talking about a decimal numeral, that can be represented as a 6-place binary number? Salisbury. Brad.
Need an answer, Brad. We need an answer.
127.
No, it's 63. I'm sorry. That was, you're supposed to go over to the other team. Okay. We're going to go on to the next. Here's your toss-up. In Africa, what large body of water, this is a toss-up, what large body of water is immediately south of Uganda? Lehighton. Michael.
Lake Victoria.
Correct. It's shared by Tanzania. Part of it is in Uganda. Here's your bonus, a 10-pointer. The most populous continent in Asia, or is Asia, the most populous continent in the world is Asia. For 5 points each, name the next 2 most populous continents, and you don't have to give me which of these 2 is the more populous. John.
Africa and Europe.
Correct. Going for a 10-pointer toss-up. Who wrote the line, "If winter comes, can spring be far behind"? Percy Bysshe Shelley, An Ode to the West Wind. Toss-up. In 1848, President Polk offered Spain $100 million for something. What was Polk trying to buy? Salisbury. Mark.
Cuba.
Correct. A very important issue in the presidential campaign of 1848. 5 points apiece on your bonus, Brad. Name the rivers that flow through or past the following American cities. The first one, Albany, New York. Brad?
The Hudson.
Correct. Bismarck, North Dakota. Brad?
The Platte River.
No, it's the Missouri River. You got 5 points. Toss up. Going for a 10-pointer. Identify the author of the poem At the Zoo, which ends with the line, "But I give buns to the elephant when I go down to the zoo." It's A.A. Milne, Alan Alexander Milne, Winnie the Pooh fame. Here's your toss-up. Name the island that lies off the southeast coast of Australia and is one of the states of Australia. Salisbury. Mark.
Tasmania.
Correct. Bonus. I'll name 2 national parks for 5 points each. You identify the states, Salisbury, in which they're located. First one, Badlands National Park. Brad?
New Mexico.
No, it's South Dakota. Acadia National Park. Brad?
Florida.
No, it's Maine. Here's your toss-up. He was a cynical and pessimistic American author of satire and short stories. For 10 points, name the author of An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge and the Devil... That's Salisbury. Brad?
Ambrose Bierce.
You are correct. He was known as Bitter Bierce for his lack of faith in mankind. He also wrote The Devil's Dictionary. Bonus 10-pointer. For 5 points apiece, these are questions about the saints. Who founded the Franciscan order of friars and nuns in the early 13th century? Brad?
St. Francis of Assisi.
Correct. Which saint was murdered at Canterbury Cathedral in 1170? Brad.
Thomas of Becket.
Correct. Toss up. Going for a 10-pointer. Mount Elbrus, whose peak is more than 18,500 feet above sea level, is the highest mountain in Europe. In what country is Mount Elbrus located? It's located in the Soviet Union. Toss up. Wherefore art thou, Romeo, is a well-known quotation from Shakespeare. What is the meaning of the word wherefore? It's Salisbury, Griffith.
Why?
Correct. Wherefore. Bonus 15-pointer. For 5 points apiece, this 3-part bonus takes you back to the 19th century. Faust is the masterpiece of what German romanticist? Brad?
Goethe.
Johann Wolfgang von Goethe is correct. What Polish-French composer used the rhythms of Polish peasant dancers in his piano concertos? No response. Frédéric Chopin. Who depicted contemporary French society in his book, The Human Comedy? That's the final buzzer, and that's the final score, 205 for Salisbury and 145 for Lehighton. I would like to congratulate Lehighton for getting to the quarterfinals. John Steele has been with us for several years, and I think a few others have been with us for some time, and you've been outstanding throughout. We wish you success in college, and we won't see any of you back here again because you will be in college. Salisbury, congratulations. You're going to go into the semifinals next week against Parkland High School. I should say that's going to be in a couple of weeks. And next week we will have our first semifinal contest, which will be between William Allen High School of Allentown and Bethlehem Catholic High School of Bethlehem. This is Harry Price. Thank you for being with us, and good night.
Funding for Scholastic Scrimmage is provided by the Air Products Foundation. The foundation is supported by donations from Air Products and Chemicals Incorporated as a charitable organization whose contributions provide support for educational, cultural, health, and community programs in the Lehigh Valley. The key to success is education, and Shoemaker Cusco SAT Review, a leader in test preparation, helps open the doors to the future. Shoemaker Cusco SAT Review is proud to support Scholastic Scrimmage. The series is also made possible by Channel 39 School Services participating